Hello, Mr. 006. You're back for more Make a Good Mega Man level contest number 2. Hi again, Metal Man. And I've decided that this video is going to be the no damage, or I'm going to be taking on some of the no damage challenges. So maybe not get them all done in one video, might well be 2, because there are going to be 12 stages I'm going to have to pull off. But yeah, this is how this is going to work. I'm going to use the fast pass to walk to a particular tier. I'm going to obviously pick a level in the tier that I think I can best do a no damage run of. 2 of them I've actually already seen, so funnily enough, tier 1 and also tier 4. I will be doing those again just to show them off, just in effect the no damage run videos, just so they're all in sort of one place or all sort of fairly close together, and also just to kind of show off again which ones I think would be the best levels, or at least from my perspective, to do. Now, it's not always going to be the case. I think in some cases you'll certainly disagree with me, but yeah, I think I've picked a good, decent set of levels for me at least, anyway, which will be the ones that I think I can most easily perfect run. So this is the one in tier 1. We've already seen me do it, so it's mix and match, and yeah, this is going to play a little bit differently as well in terms of, obviously you'll see a no damage run at some point in time. But yeah, for any of you very disappointed that you didn't get to see any outtakes during my Let's Play Perfect runs of the Mega Man Classic series, now I've actually got somewhere where I can sort of competently save the footage from outtakes. I'm obviously playing this on a piece on a computer. I'm not recording it on VHS VHS cassette tapes. Yeah, I've actually got more of a medium to be able to restore and keep outtakes and obviously show them to you. So yeah, I'm planning to have outtakes. So yeah, basically it's going to work. I'm going to show off the level, or highlight the level I think it's going to be. Then I will cut ultimately to the successful run, and then if I have any outtakes on the level, I'll show them to you. So yeah, brief pause while I get set for my no damage run in tier 1. Okay, let's go. Mix and match. You've already seen me do this one, of course, so I'm hoping this will be a first timer and that I don't suffer ridiculous embarrassment from not being able to pull this off. But yeah, the reason why this is a good candidate, I would say, for a level for a perfect run is, well, it's bloody simple, it's bloody short. There are very few areas, provided you keep sort of shooting, where I think you're really going to take damage. So you basically just kind of shoot away during that hall there, and you'll be fine. Wait for this pogo stick enemy when you get to the top of the ladder. Be careful of the pogo stick enemies here as well. So just be a little bit mindful. Obviously, take out the Colt on there, and again, watch out for another pogo stick enemy. And then when we get to the point where we were at the nickel, so this is to take out this top generator enemy. When we get to the point where we're at the nickel, get out Rush Jet. I'm going to rush it up here so I don't have to deal with the giant squid enemy down there. I'm going to briefly go off the top of the screen here and start charging up. Then I'm going to scroll back down the screen so I can scroll back up the screen, take out this cat with one big charge shot, otherwise it's a bit of a pain in the neck. And then for this section, hopefully, just slide all the way to the right. And there we go, there's the energy element. Now, of course, I don't get the little red thing up there saying challenge complete for getting a no damage run on that stage because I'd already did it. Yeah, it didn't register at the time either, but I've tweaked that was because the challenge hub had not yet opened yet. So yeah, that's why I didn't get the challenge achievement come up initially. But yeah, I've already done this. We've seen it before, but there you go. I know another no damage run on mix and match from tier 1. And yeah, while I was mentioning outtakes, sorry, no outtakes to show you for the tier 1 level. But then, were you really expecting any? It's a pretty straightforward level. I've sort of demonstrated how I would kind of best go through it. It's certainly the easiest one I think in tier 1 to do. And yeah, there we go. Let's head to tier 2. And I need to go and find these balloon levels because I never remember where they all are. I think this one's sort of near the end. It's definitely not one of the ones that is the judge's least favourite, I can tell you that. I think it might be the one over here. So yeah, as I said, I have kind of done a little bit of scouting around off camera just to kind of play through a few little bits of levels just to make sure, okay, yes, this is the level I'm thinking of, or yes, this one looks like it's going to be straightforward. Because if I completely forgot, for instance, about Yggdrasil, then I could sort of enter that one. I could go into tier 2 not knowing any levels and think, oh, which one's the best candidate here? I don't know. I mean, just enter one randomly. Obviously, I know to avoid Yggdrasil, but frankly, going into this, I wasn't quite sure which level in Tier 2 that I think would give me the best chance to do a perfect run. And yeah, on the little bit of research I've done, I've come to the conclusion that Rush City is the best level to do a Tier 2 no damage run. So yeah, once again, brief pause. Brief pause for the successful run. So let's see what we got with Rush City. This is a fairly short level. I guess I should probably do things like this actually and show off the maps when I begin the levels to kind of show off how short they are. Obviously, short levels are going to be decent candidates for stages to perfect run. Stages also, I guess, with multiple energy elements are in theory good candidates for perfect runs because there are likely to be alternate exits, and I'm sure some of them are likely to be shorter paths and such like that, which means they'll be you'll be able to get to the exits a lot quicker. I guess also this is a good candidate because it also doesn't have a boss, particularly in the lower tiers. But levels that don't have bosses. Whoops. Yep, that's good. Dual Satellite's going to be my friend in no damage runs, believe me. His ability to reflect bullets is just going to be super helpful, and also take out all minor enemies in one hit. And of course, it's a lovely shield as well. But levels that don't have bosses are also going to be good candidates. That's not going to be completely how I end up playing these levels. Some of these levels are going to have bosses. I think possibly some of them by necessity would actually need to have a boss. But yeah, some of the later levels from tier, from the later tiers and such. But I think. Yeah, that's not always going to be the case, but generally speaking, obviously, levels without bosses are going to be, good ones that you're probably going to want to go to in order to get through without taking any damage. And of course, yeah, I selected this one because there are two paths. I'm certainly going to bother with the wave bike section. We're just going to collect the energy element there. We get a new costume. Not quite sure what that was about, unless it was for actually completing the challenge. But yeah, challenge complete, obviously, as you saw there. So yeah, no damage run on Rush City. Well, that wasn't too bad, but yeah. Couple of outtakes to enjoy. Just well, I won't spoil anything. You can see for yourself. Go for you to get through. There, I would guess as a general rule, I probably didn't want to do that. I probably wanted to rush jet there, but no big deal. Well, bother. That's annoying. Those twin bullets there. Might have to rethink that strategy. Bother. I think any levels where there are generally multiple energy elements would tend to be decent candidate levels because they're likely to have, obviously really clumsy gameplay. That's what they're likely to have. Bother. Okay, so that's Tier 2 done. So let's move on to Tier 3. And for all my fairly recent talk, I suppose, of levels with bosses, this one does indeed have a boss. It's a pretty laughable boss, to the point of view that it's not going to make a blind bit of difference. Not that level. That's the one. Combust Man. So yeah, you'll remember, or if you do remember, this does have a boss to it. It's going to die in one hit. It's just going to stand there pretty much while I hit it, and it doesn't move, doesn't do anything. So yeah, a boss, but no real problem. Yeah, I think one of those fairly straightforward levels. I'm always looking for obviously straightforward levels to perfect. I've got a myriad of choice to do these no damage stages on, and yeah, believe me, Combust Man is an excellent candidate for Tier 3. Right, let's see what we can do. Okay, no trouble so far. I'm assuming you're not going to shoot. Oh, if you do shoot up, you hit the floor there, so no real problem there. Fine. Just going to avoid you because why the hell not? And yeah, paranoia going to set in during any perfect run. So Hornet Chaser and Dual Satellite, like I said, going to come in handy an awful lot. And obviously utility items that I would have probably just not bothered going anywhere near before. They're also going to come in very handy as well. Thank you. Getting the health back for, also getting the weapon usage back for them will be lovely as well. Okay, that's a bit more tricky. Bit of an ambush in that screen, but not too bad. I didn't show off the map, did I? There you are. So I'm on the top layer now, but yeah, again, fairly short level. I'm going to use dual satellite for you, I think. Don't really fancy taking the chance. Okay, I can't actually kill you because unfortunately you're... well, I can now, okay. Right, just going to wait for you to shoot again. Get out of the way, then I'm going to take you out normally. And then I'm probably going to stick... Actually, a Hornet Chase should do the trick, shouldn't it? Good. Okay. Screen with no enemies on, nice. Just going to rush past you. Again, paranoia is going to set in, so just going to do things like that on no damage runs. Not quite sure where I should be landing here. Hopefully I don't land on anything annoying. I think I just want to go right, don't I? Yep. Let's get your satellite on again. So yes, provided I don't fall on an enemy, this should serve me very well. Should block off everything I need. Cool. Unless I have an absolute disaster here, we're going to win. Yay! And that actually proved easier than the Tier 2 one, so yeah. I'm not sorry, but sorry for you, but yeah, no outtakes on Combust Man stage in Tier 3. What can I say? Again, a fairly short level, fairly easy one. All sort of minor enemies that usually die in one hit. No real bulky enemies. There was a couple of screens there that got a little hairy, but the one with the enemy that was sort of bouncing up and down, and also one of the enemies from Top Man stage that was shooting. When I climbed the ladder, two of those at one time, sort of a few kind of pellets and had to dodge there. But other than that, yeah, screens were just easy to kill enemies. Nothing real, no real bulky stuff. Nothing real too dangerous, and yeah. Although there is a boss at the end, very simple boss. So yay, no damage on Tier 3 achieved. So let's move on to Tier 4. And yeah, this one's not going to be terribly exciting. You've already seen this before, but again, I'll show it off. Alien Temple will be the one I'm doing in Tier 4. So this was the one I effectively, well, you'll see in a moment. In fact, I'm not even going to tease the fact that there's going to be outtakes here. If I manage to mess up on this, then that will be pretty extraordinary. Because yeah, we don't have really anything to the level. All we do is have a boss fight. You've seen me do this before. Flash Stopper the alien. Get rid of all the text. So just use, yeah, Flash Drop on the alien right off the bat, and just basically keep pummeling away. You will deal far more damage to the alien than the weapon bar depletes to Flash Stopper. And yeah, this is by far the easiest, I'd say, level in the game, and to do a no damage run, let alone Tier 4 level. So yay! Once again, not going to get any achievement because it was the one I already got. But yeah, those were the only ones I'd previously got. Tiers 1 and 4. So yeah, now we've done 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yay! But all the other ones we now will get challenges, because I certainly was not good enough first time around to get no damage runs on any of the later levels past Tier 4. So, moving on to Tier 5. And I'm going to go against my rule again here, really. I think this is the one I want. Yes, Maze of Significantly Less Death. So this is the VVV one, which is quite long, admittedly, a lot of backtracking, but a fairly simple one, and all the enemies seem to be fairly minor, and I should be able to take out quite quickly. So yeah, again, this there may be other levels that are fairly good, but yeah, this is the one I'm going to go with for Tier 5. So we'll see how this pans out. So let's go after Maze of Significantly Less Death. Drop down in the middle here, so as I don't land on any spikes. Get out of there quickly, so I don't get hit by the pellet shots. And yeah, for those that don't remember this level too well, it is a VVV style stage, whereby we're going to have to go rescue a whole bunch of crew members, 5 in total. There was the energy element is waiting behind 5 locked gates, so yeah, we're going to have to go all the way through this level, rescue our crew members, get the 5 keys, and yeah, that's how we'll be able to get out of this level. Whoops, wrong weapon. Yeah, I'm going to be a coward basically, and on no damage runs, if I was doing obviously as a perfect run, then I wouldn't be able to get away with this. But thankfully, the challenges are no damage runs as opposed to buster only no damage runs. So yep, I'm free to use all the Hornet Chaser and dual satellite in particular that I want. Of course, both weapons are going to come in immensely handy. And yeah, this level actually ends up being on the long side because of the fact that we are doing lots of backtracking. If I show off the there's the screen with the engine. If I show off the map, you can see it's fairly compact. Doesn't quite look that big, but of course we're having to do a fair amount of backtracking through the stage. So yeah, it ends up sort of being perhaps more on the long side than I would like. But oh well, it's still not too long. And yeah, one big plus point to it is that there is no boss waiting for us at the end. So yeah. Thank you too. There's my first key. Whoops. Second one's pretty much for free. Just waiting there. And now I am going to go after this one in the bottom left-hand corner because I feel like this is the one that is the most tricky to get without taking damage of the 3 remaining paths. So yeah, I'm going to do this one first. That of course being making sure, hopefully going to mean that I don't, waste a whole lot of time clearing either of the other 2 paths, only to mess up on this path and yeah, be a huge waste of time. I'll go after the. I went after the. Just brushed it over you. Don't fancy dealing with you on a conveyor belt. Yeah, I went after the one I went after first, just because I was sort of already in that room. So that sort of seemed to make perfect sense. But yeah, past that, it was just sort of go for the one that's going to be the quickest and the simplest to do. So hopefully my strategy here is going to work because this is a very annoying screen with a lot of enemies, a lot of sniper joes. But yeah, if you sort of hang around on the bottom conveyor belt there with your satellite, then yeah, be careful not to run into the sniper joe. Otherwise you'll come a cropper. But yeah, otherwise not so bad. No, I want to go down again. So we'll go bottom right this time as well because I think I'm more liable to mess up here. Hopefully not. And what I do like here is that you can actually use Rush Jet, or at least stand on him. So you can't use him to, get by the screen. He's not going to move. He's just a stationary object. But that feels a bit too. No, that feels not quite near enough. So I want to reset that. Thank you. I was probably okay before, but yeah, just not going to take any chances. I'm also not going to take any chances with that enemy over there, just in case. Being super, super paranoid now. You know what? If I mess up on this, then I don't deserve to get a no damage run. I was thinking about Super Arrow or Rush Jet, but yeah, if I mess that up, I wouldn't deserve it. So that's 4. 1 left. And it's this path over here on the left. Here's hoping I don't make any mistakes. I think I've got more than enough time to drop by that thing, so we'll hang about there though, because I wasn't quite sure exactly where it was going to be. I think there's a met on the next screen, so we'll get our dual satellite, hopefully, and yep. Avoid tanking a really cheap hit there. I'm actually going to keep dual satellite on. I don't think there are any enemies in this screen, but it's probably just a good practice, or a good idea, regardless. Just because if I do end up getting ambushed by an enemy, then if I've got dual satellite on, then hopefully I can take it out quite quickly without having to muck around. Good. That could have been a thing. So, I'd love to be done with the stage, but unfortunately I'm not. This is the one path where it doesn't have a teleport at the end. So unlike the other ones where we've got the key, if I had a teleporter there, I'd be done now. I'd walk back to the hub world, and I'd be able to go through the doors, and everything would be lovely. But I've actually got to get back. I'm not saying it's the worst thing in the world, but stuff could still go wrong. So we'll be super careful with that net. And just because I want to be, again, absolutely ridiculously cautious, I'm going to take out that shield attacker. I shouldn't have to deal with it. Shouldn't have to take out that one. That one should be absolutely fine. And it was. And we should be done. Good. Pick up some goodies. Why the hell not? In fact, yes, I'm still after bolts, aren't I? So, I'll still try and collect as many bolts as I can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 doors. Ah, 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 ah. 1 energy element and 1 challenge complete. Well, that was a hell of a thing. I'm wondering whether or not that is the best stage to do a no damage run on. Maybe I was just being ridiculously clumsy, but good grief, so many friggin' outtakes there. Or maybe not still even quite double digits, but yeah, that was more troublesome than I thought it was going to be. Oi, yeah, enjoy. I need to be right side up here, don't I? No, I didn't want to do that. Now the dual sat's going to go away, and I've just wasted it for a bit there. Oh! Why? Why did that take away the shield and then maybe 2 bullets or something hit it and that was enough to get rid of it? But I wasn't expecting the shield to disappear. Bugger! Ah! And whoops. I like that you can actually use rush jet when you're on the ceiling. You can't stand on him to the point where he's going to go in, he's actually going to move for you. But yeah, he spawns in, he just sort of... He stays there while you slide on the robot dog into a set of spikes. Fantastic. So, let's try and get rush jet out. Let's maybe get rid of you first off. No. Go get the other one. Right, now let's try and get rush jet maybe as high as I can. And mess up. Lovely. Fantastic. I underestimated this screen. I thought this one was going to be easier than it's turning out to be. Ugh. Right, here's hoping my plan for this screen now goes well. So get dual satellite and go low and to have that somehow go through the barrier. What? Did I clip the Sniper Joe then? Is that the problem? Arrgh. Yeah, that proved to be a thing. But on my travel through the level, I actually think this is a wonderful level to do a no damage run on. Because I experienced something very bizarre, which during my attempts to obviously reset once I'd messed up. Let's enter the level again. You'll notice at the top left that I still have all 5 keys. So this hopefully won't take too long. I'm not even necessarily trying per se for a perfect run here or a no damage run. I mean, I may just do so anyway, just to show off that it's possible. But yeah, if you exit the level, then you retain the keys you've got. So my first outtake, I just, obviously, reset the level. It's like, great, okay, fine. We'll go back into it again. Start my speech off as usual. Let's go into the level, blah, 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 blah. And yeah, started playing the level. And I noticed I had a certain number of keys up in the top left corner. I was like, what? Why have I got those? Surely I would have to go through the level again and collect all the keys again as normal, but no. It actually retained the keys I had, and basically means that actually what I could do here, so if I hadn't already completed the challenge, I think I've got 1 enemy now left to get by, and I'd be done. Yeah, there's no other enemy now that's going to hit me.
provided I'm quick down the bottom here and avoid the Sniper Joe. But yeah, I've got all 5 keys. I guarantee you they're going to work. They will break apart, or they will get me through the lock. I don't have to talk to anybody. In fact, they're actually gone. There isn't actually any, all the crew members are not here anymore. So, yeah, I will collect some extra bolts again while I'm here. Why not? But, yeah. So I've done it like the right, proper way of doing it, where I've actually gone through the level legitimately, collecting all 5 keys. But effectively, I had to close the game down and actually do it again. Because I just thought, okay, fine, I'll go back to a title screen, reload the save file. And it still kept them. So the only way I could actually get rid of the keys that I'd already collected on my unsuccessful run was to close the game down and start again. So very annoying with the number of outtakes I suffered there. Every single time I died, or sorry, I got hit, I had to close the game down, reload it again, reset all my recording software and everything like that. And yeah, so maybe I take it back. If you are looking for a level that is super easy to perfect run, you don't even have to perfect run that. You don't even have to no damage that run initially. First off, just beat the level. Collect all 5 keys, however poorly you do it, beat the level, then go back into it immediately. You'll still have all 5 keys. All you've got to do is clear the first few screens. You don't have to go looking for the crew members, rescuing them to get the keys. You can just waltz through the door and you'll be fine. So, actually, that's an amazingly generous level to do a no damage run on. And okay, with that out of the way, time to move on to Tier 6. So I think the level I want is right near the beginning, which is fortunate. Means I don't have to go searching too far. Yes, here we go. Wily Coaster. So I think it's pretty much the first level in Tier 6. This is the one I'm going to try for in Tier 6. Okay, let's go take on Wily Coaster. Dual satellite for the first section, because why not? Really good for dealing with the Mets. Also really good at dealing with the enemies from Mega Man 5, mostly from Charge Man's stage that drop the shrapnel on you. Because it just, yeah, dual satellite deflects all that shrapnel away. Nice. And it's also really nice for taking out these floaty flying enemies, which are very prevalent in this stage, so nice. It's a fairly short level, I think. When I get a chance, I might show off the map, but I'm not really in a set of screens at the moment where I'm able to sort of pause the game at a nice moment. So yeah, bear with me on that. So yeah, it certainly has its a few trouble spots. This screen, so don't underestimate it. Probably want to get up there as quick as possible, and I'm hit. Oh, I'm not hit. Wow. Okay, I was expecting to get hit there. Managed to get away with that. I felt like I was too slow there on the draw, but no, managed to survive. Nice. I think, given that there are some really hairy situations here, that I may just rush jet this section. Of course, we're going to get clouds like right in my way at the top of the screen, because that was bound to happen, wasn't it? But yeah, I think for the most part, rush jet is a good strategy for that screen. Get out of that screen quickly before the enemies spawn in. I think we're going to want to... No, not quite dual satellite yet. Not quite. Take that enemy out first. And now we want dual satellite, yes. So, again, because I potentially might mess this up, dual satellite, very good at obviously just deflecting these sort of bullets from the dispensers up there. I need to be very careful not to jump so high that I actually hit the dispenser, because then I'm in danger... Whoops, I'm in danger of having the... dual satellite disappear because it sort of, it goes into enemies too often. So yeah, be careful there, not to jump so high into the dispensers. And get out dual satellite again here for this section. And there was a prime example actually. So yeah, cool. Through that, let's head down. It's on the way to the exit. Again, you know what? If I can't make that jump, I don't deserve to get a perfect run. Because yeah, we want to head for this platform. Now that we all know the way out, so just head up here, and that brings us to the last part of the stage, which is fine for the most part, but I'm incredibly nervous on a few sections because I believe there are going to be these those cloud bullet things again, which are going to be very difficult to avoid with dual satellite. Again, dual satellite very good for the most part, but in the sections with the cloud bullets, then yeah, it's not going to be especially good at dealing with them. Or indeed, my dual satellite might go away, so I need to be quick on the draw, putting it back on. That was nerve-wracking. That was way too close for comfort. And hopefully we're near the end. Cool. That was very nerve-wracking at the end there, but yay. Managed to pull it off. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. Well, dual satellite, I think maybe Hornet Chaser even might be a good idea for that. And dual satellite for the most part, when you see the clouds start to spawn in, maybe switch to Hornet Chaser just to take them out quickly. Because the big problem with dual satellite there is it's clipping the clouds and then it's going away. So I have to pull off some really nice dodges there. And I thought I did a really nice job there of pulling some of those off. And that got really hairy, really scary toward the end. But yeah, cool. No, it's done. But level, say, certainly wasn't without its trouble spots. So yeah. Enjoy some outtakes. Yeah, this is a fairly, again, a short level, I suppose. There's maybe a couple of screens that could be a problem, and that wasn't one of them. Okay, don't jump when the things are about to spawn. Lesson learned. Yeah, it's a fairly short level, but yeah, it's got a few screens that could be troublesome. Probably thinking of, yeah, maybe this one, and probably the screen after. The picket men are annoying. Really, really annoying. Yeah, it's a fairly short level, but it does have a few screens that are not going to be straightforward. Mainly the picket man ones. So I need to be very careful here. Keep luring the hammers until I can actually get up onto the ledge, and then we can walk forward and shoot you. But you shoot out way more than I was expecting to in quick succession there. Okay, you're gonna have to shuffle along much slower than I am. Yeah, shouldn't be a problem here, I don't think. But and it's obviously doing a very nice job of deflecting these things. But yeah, if I get sort of too close to the enemy, then my dual satellite will go away. But I also need to make sure I don't get crushed. Bugger!